the first major reason I believe that most people get married is because of status. It's not just for women, it's also for men. How many times do you see a single man at 45, never been married and with no child, and you look at him as if he's normal? Most people are like, he must be a very promiscuous man. Your mates have children going to school and you are just being a playboy. How can you not be married at 45, never been married? Something must be wrong with that man. Think about it. That's what people say. Isn't that what they say? That man must have a problem. He's never been married before he's 45. As if being single is a disease. That's what I'm looking for. Not a criminal offense. As if it's a disease. And these things affect people who are single. And so I might as well just get married to enhance my status so that people don't think something is wrong with me. Another reason why people get married is almost similar to status, but there's a difference. It's pressure. This is more common with ladies. When a woman is not married and she, a mother, a parent, a family, they start trying to matchmake. You will not marry. You are just there. You are doing nothing. Your friends are getting married. I want to have grandchildren. They start to put, especially in this side of the world, they start to mount untold pressure on these people. And then the person will jump into marriage, claiming, I love him. Another reason why people would jump into marriage is because of it's still related to pressure. But to the second point, pressure to have children. How can I just come to this world and go without having children? It's almost like when you see somebody that is 60 years old that never had any child, it's almost like it's a disease worse than cancer. In the first episode, I said, look at my 5 fingers. How many are equal? It's almost like you come to this world, you don't have children. It's like you just wasted your time coming to this world. Why is that the case? And so then people are pushed into marriage so that they can have children. And so you have children for a stranger that you made an oath to. You swore an oath to be committed to somebody you don't know, just so that you can have children. Of course, some people still get married because of comfort. I think that's the most decent word I can use for that. You can find a woman. It's easier for me to get married to a rich man, or a man it's easy to get married to a rich woman. I'm not trying to be a chauvinist here. Everything I say is double-sided. Everything has the opposite side. So yes, you have women that will say, let me get married to this man. My problems are solved. I stop paying house rent. I stop feeding myself. And there's still some men too. Let me get married to this woman. My problems are solved. It's balanced. And so these are the major reasons why people get married. Of course, some of you will say, yes, but he didn't say some people get married because they fall in love with each other. If you fall in love with each other, right, I don't see you going to swear an oath to be loyal to that person. The minute a person says, I'm going to go to church and swear, or go to court and swear, it already shows that your relationship is dead on arrival. Now, back in the days, you know what we always say now, that our marriage, our grandparents, that's where our parents, it depends on your generation. But I think what happened is that those marriages of our parents and grandparents, the reason why it lasted is because somebody loved somebody. Somebody loved somebody. It's not that there were problems. It's not that there were no problems or anything, or somebody didn't cause another person pain. But the reason why those marriages lasted is not because they got married. It's not because they swore an oath. It's because somebody in that marriage loved the other person. Period. Let me cite the example of Olu Jacobs and his wife, what's her name? Joke Silva. After Olu Jacobs developed this health challenge, a lot of people have been praising him, praising his wife, saying that this is why it is good for a man to be a good husband. So look at how his wife is now helping him in his old age. I suggest to you, I don't know anything about their personal life. I'm not a paparazzi guy. But I want to suggest to you that Joker Silva is not necessarily with adamantly staying with her husband with dementia and all of that because he was a good husband, because he was the best husband. No. I don't know. I don't know. I might be wrong. But I want to suggest to you that the only reason why it's not because he was the perfect husband. It's not because he didn't cheat on her. It's not because he didn't shout on her. They didn't have argument. No. It's because she loves him. Full stop. She's with him through good times and the worst times, because when that woman got married to him, it was because she loved him. And so I think that two people who claim to love each other are the ones that have the opportunity of experiencing how beautiful it is for two people to be committed to each other without making an oath. Now, go back to what I said earlier about, okay, if I'm going to be with somebody and I'm not going to make an oath, that means I'm free to do anything I want to do. Then I'll tell you that at that point in time, what you need is common sense. What you need is common sense. There are some things that all that is required is common sense. You don't need to court, you don't need law, you don't need police, you don't need to swear. All you need is apply common sense. Now, because I'm suggesting that commitment you should not be made to swear an oath to be committed to somebody, because the only thing that will make you stay committed to somebody is because you accept that person for who the person is. You love the person. But the minute you start swearing oaths, it shows that two of you are not sure of yourselves, or two of you are narcissists, because you are trying to own that person when you are not God. Go and swear that you won't cheat on me, you won't. Why do you have to do that? Do you have to do that with your children? Do your children have to swear to you that they will obey you? Do you have to swear to your children that you obey them? Is it not love that binds you and your children? So now you're now saying, okay, I'm not going to make an oath. That means if you don't tell us not to make oath, that means we can go around. No, common sense will tell you that sleeping around has its negative consequences, such as sexually transmitted diseases, unnecessary heartbreak issues, unwanted pregnancies, financial burden, a lot of things. So it's your common sense that will let you know that because you did not make an oath to be committed to somebody, you can now sleep around like a wild fowl, like a wild cock. You know, those cocks chase chicken up and hen up and down the place. No, that one is for you to apply common sense. We know that it is a standard principle of life. Anything you sow, you will reap. If you are promiscuous, you will reap the dividends of being promiscuous.